Illuminati.
I just want to shake some sense into you kids.
Okay, so there is no sound.
Well,
No, they said it's on there now.
Yeah,
It's on now.
I wonder if something happened while you played Psycho Stick. By the way, that entire video reminds me of my husband.
Well, that's weird because Psycho Stick has no problem with people promoting them.
No, it might be something else.
I was going to say, YouTube.
I don't think that it's the channel. I think it's something else.
You think it's something else?
Yeah.
You think it's just that maybe YouTube has AIDS?
Yeah, that too.
Throw up the link I just put in and run that one. Really kick it off
so
with
when
a
did
night.
the sound begin? Did the sound begin with the Three's Company song or when we came on? Because I want to know.
Let me look back.
And by the way, let everyone know we're live because it says only 6 people. And you know what? I know YouTube's throttling us because they're bastards. They're rotten, lousy bastards. They're cocksucking bastards. They're ambulatory human sewage that rub it on their face and take it up the ass from a shovel.
As soon as the Three's Company thing came on, that's when the sound kicked in.
So it was the
Psycho Stick.
It was the Psycho Stick.
Try running that video.
Again?
No, the one I just put in the private chat.
Oh, I've stopped streaming stuff. I'm playing directly from my files.
We found that YouTube, it doesn't matter what it is. If it figures out that you're streaming another YouTube video, it smacks you with a copyright strike.
But I'll write to a Psycho Stick and say, hey,
Wow.
I've been promoting your stuff and I got blocked for it and see what they say. Because I know they appreciate it when people promote their stuff. But anyway, so we got 9 people.
Hey,
Rich
almost 10.
Lemuria. Well, that's a nice thing to grab hold of.
Yeah, guess what? I saw Damien post that, and I'm on eBay right now ordering it. Because my wallet has taken a huge dent when I hang out with all of you guys because I get all these books, and while we're talking, I'm at the same time on my phone ordering new books. I've probably ordered like $300 worth of books in the last 2 months.
Jesus.
So, okay, reading is good, people.
Reading is good.
Reading is fundamental.
It is.
So look, we've got to promote people watching the show. We got to get more people listening because there's a huge groundbreaking announcement. And I'm trying to pull out all the stops to get people to watch this show right now.
Shouldn't those be Chrome then?
Chrome.
Wow, I blue screened you on that.
There's you. How about you?
I love that piece of art.
What's that?
I love that piece of art. I really do. I like all your drawings and art
Do
of
we
Cat.
have prints of these still?
Those we never printed those.
I thought we did prints of these.
Nope, never did.
Oh, see, Kat's about to destroy that top. That's why she didn't wear it much.
No.
Let's see. Yeah. Okay. So now we got 11 people. Let's see.
Yay.
What else can we do to get people to watch? I mean, we know what sells. So I mean,
boobs. So
yes, boobs get people to click. And tonight we're going to talk quite a bit about boobs.
You should get the video of size backup dancers as they were practicing.
Oh, put that on there.
Yeah,
I have the video.
Yeah,
they're quite nice.
Yes, they are.
Okay, well, I think it's time to.
How is everyone this evening?
Let's talk a little bit about what's going on. It's official. Stupid Romances Written by an Idiot. ROBOMANCER by Richard Steele.
Mm-hmm.
Dick Steele is here, and he has finally done it.
You should show everyone what Richard Steele looks like.
Yeah, you know what? I should get to that.
Yes, you should. It would be thoughtful.
It would be thoughtful. It certainly would be thoughtful. And links in the description if you would like to check out Richard's book.
By the way, you have a review. Did you?
Yeah. I told everyone, anyone who posts a review, I will share.
You have one.
I will share it on the Monday Night Show. And I want anyone who buys this book, by the way, it's just for laughs. It's only 99 cents. I couldn't feel right charging any more than 99 cents for this thing.
I'm glad it let you adjust it.
Shut the door before the...
I love how her arm just
Isn't this
melds
one?
into his and
Okay.
vanishes.
Yeah,
was
I
looking
know.
at that too.
I purposely picked art that was flawed. But anyway, Richard Steele. This is the man who wrote the book.
Yes.
He looks like he sells meth behind the train station.
Doesn't he?
And his teeth weird me out.
Well, an AI generated that image too, and it got some
Yes.
things wrong. But
I love the one random goat hair that's like sticking out on his beard.
Kat, why don't you read about who Richard Steele is?
Author, world traveler, and general lover of life. Richard Steele is a man who knows how to live. He's been everywhere from the Amazon rainforest to the Arctic Circle, and he always seems to have an interesting story to tell about his travels. Though he never married or had children, he has many friends, some of who are even willing to call him uncle, and he enjoys spending time with them whenever possible. Just like Richard's novels, this bio was generated by an AI. The truth is, Richard is the creation of a best-selling romance novelist who wanted to prove a point. When Skynet tries to write romance and erotica, the results are hilarious. So there you go.
So the gag is, and I want to read the intro to this book. I'm framing it, and I want everyone to go along with this if it comes up. I'm framing it that some best-selling romance author got sick of all this talk about AI and made this book. That's the framing device, okay? So don't say that I did it. And I want anyone who buys it, or even if you don't buy it, go in and write gag reviews. I don't want serious reviews. I want them to be as bizarre and weird or obscene as possible. I don't even care if you trash it to shit. I want bizarre reviews, and I will read it on air. In fact, we've got a review right now. You want to give this a shot?
No.
This is the bestest story I read since the Brand Fikes. This is the best story I read since the fight with Honey and her good long stick throng arm and the brain fixie. I like to eye the cute grills in the book, even if Honey don't like me doing that. Or more even with the real grills. This book, the best present, because I teach a present.
Somebody used an AI to make your review.
In fact, yeah, if you can do AI reviews, I would love it.
Oh shit!
So that,
That was
there we
good.
go. That is our hero who wrote this book.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the book. And as I said, I could not sell this for more than 99 cents. It would just, it's pretty much at cost, guys.
You know it's 109 pages?
Uh-huh.
Damn.
It's 109 pages of this shit. But anyway, I was going to share some of the internal artwork because this is like a light novel. It has illustrations by an AI inside. What?
No, just that one. That one just the others are kind of odd, or there's the strange one that's all legs and butts. That's kind of
this one's is
interesting.
actually kind of artful. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like,
it is. It's like
I don't know what the hell I'm looking at. I mean, something seems to be coming out of a butt crack.
I see legs and butts. in
But
this.
anyway,
Missed
so
it.
here, yeah.
Yeah, what is it? Show it again.
Oh,
The image. The fuck am I looking at?
Exactly.
No, wait. I can kind of see it. I guess. Yeah. Okay. Looks like somebody's costume curtain in Skyrim went sideways.
Well, what was the prompt for that one that you
um,
told the AI?
that was one of the Raiders of Raiders of the Lost Virgin.
Oh,
What?
so that was an Indiana Jones story.
Okay, where? This is the one, I think. I'll add this as well. So,
I don't think you used that one.
oh no. The print book is going to have more illustrations.
Oh, okay.
The Kindle version only has like one illustration per story or two per story.
Mm-hmm.
I decided if people asked for the print version, if you want the print version, I'm going to fucking reward you. So there are illustrations throughout the entire book if you get the print version. And I'm just shocked anybody would want it in print. It's not available yet, but I'm still uploading it. But hopefully it'll be up in the next day or two. But anyway, some of the amazing art you're going to get in this. Well, let's start with here's Blacklight, the black version of Twilight.
He's very shampoo.
Yeah, and apparently he's the first black vampire to have a houseboat.
Yes. Because that's a thing.
Help me.
Oh my God, is that Cartman's mother?
Oh dear God.
I didn't think of that, but this
Is
one
that- Is that a poorly drawn South Park prostitute with photorealistic titties?
I was
I
also
think
going to
so.
say in front butt.
This one is for seek medical help,
Yes.
please. About a woman who gets a ginormous boob job to impress her boss who's not interested.
Yeah.
Computer came up with that.
That one's my favorite.
That's your favorite.
That's my favorite.
Why is it your favorite?
Because throughout the entire story, it's the problem with the AI is just it kept wanting to like slam you headfirst into porn, and not even like having some romance to it, just jumping straight into the porn. So every time it started to do that, Ishii would
I would let it go for a little bit, and then bam, I go, and then it happened. She was naked in her chair in front of her boss, and everyone was staring at her. It was all in her mind.
yeah.
Why are you touching yourself like that? Her boss said.
So every time she'd go into these weird fantasies, he actually made it a fantasy in her head, and just the insanity going, it's just spiraling downward deeper and deeper, and just like, I don't know. I just loved it, especially when, he's telling her, we have a very good HMO plan, and, and there are doctors that
you
can
want me to
help
pull
you.
a file up?
And she interprets that to meaning she needs to get a boob job, not that she needs psychiatric therapy. No, I'm not gonna read it. I'm not gonna read it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, love. I'm beat. I've been going nonstop since 8, so no, I'm beat.
So yeah, that's a thing. Here's another illustration from Raiders of the Lost Virgin.
Why is there a naked Betty Boop midget in the background?
I'm guessing. I have no idea.
It just hit me. It interpreted the 3 women and the guy as being 4 women.
Yeah.
Maybe one's a crossdresser.
Here's the brewery of the undead.
Yes.
Where Dracula saves a woman and offers her beer and takes her to his secret brewery.
Yes.
I'm not making. Yeah.
It came up with that.
I don't know what the fuck this is.
That one still gets me.
It's an angry fertility idol.
Yes.
That's kind of what it looks like. Oh, and here is an AI's concept of Dracula drinking a beer.
Why is he pushing it into the side of his face?
He needs braces.
That's some yokai shit there.
Dude, I get you're a vampire and your teeth are all jacked up, but fuck.
Here is Ninja Hitler.
Yes, Ninja Hitler.
Who actually shows up in one of the stories.
And they couldn't even get the mustache right.
No.
But I don't know if I should be pleasantly surprised or disturbed that the AI knew how to do like the Hitler hair and that he would have a mustache.
But it's the wrong mustache.
It's the wrong mustache, but it's a mustache.
Yeah, I know. It was just, huh? And he's got an H on his belt because he's Hitler. Now, I've got one that's only in the print book, but I have to share this. This is the one about the vegan alien warlord.
Oh, yeah?
This is what the computer thought a sexy woman looked like.
Why is her waist on backwards?
I don't know.
And her
Because
head.
I think we broke Undead Ramen.
Oh, no.
Look at the chat.
What's he saying? I can't do this. That wasn't for women. Oh.
Only 99 cents, everyone. I don't feel right charging more than 99 cents for this thing.
No matter how drunk I've been in the bar, if that thing came up to me with its weird backwards knees, I probably would have screamed and thrown myself out a window. I mean, holy shit. You just know that thing has like a dozen truckers buried in its backyard.
Oh,
Okay, so there was one story.
Undead's really pissed at you, Ross.
Who's pissed? Undead?
Undead Ramen.
Oh, shit.
99 cents worth of divorce. Hey, I didn't help write this. This is all him.
Yeah, let me explain. Here, you know what? I'll read the introduction, the framing device, which I claim this novel was written under, or a collection of stories. Okay? This is mostly truthful, except for the fact that I am not a best-selling romance novelist. That part's a complete lie, but it makes the gag funnier when you read this. So, introduction. Hello, dear readers. I'm Richard Steele. By now, I'm sure you've guessed that this is not my real name. It's an alias I've created for this special little project. I'm actually a best-selling romance writer who has been in the business for over 20 years. If you're a fan of supernatural romance or light erotica, chances are you've read at least one of my books. The book you're reading now, though, is something a little different. Lately, there's been a lot of talk about artificial intelligence putting us legit romance writers out of a job. Programs like Deep Story, SAS Book, AI Writer, and Writer have more than a few of my colleagues worried, and plenty of New York publishers fantasizing about no longer needing to pay human beings to write books. So I thought I'd put this cutting-edge technology to the test. I began by feeding the AI back of the book descriptions from real romance novels with just enough modification to keep things fresh. These were Twilight by Stephanie Meyer, His Human Nanny by Michelle Mills, Bowing to His Will by Nadia Nightside, Claimed, a sci-fi alien romance by Presley Hall, Sold to the Baby Maker by Luna Voss.
These are real, by the way. These are real.
Oh God, I'm dying.
And this next one is on the top 100. In Hate with My Boss by Lexi Calder. Then it was up to the AI to cook up a story. But wait, life is never that easy for us human writers. Editors and publishers force ridiculous plot twists and last-minute changes all the time. Why shouldn't an AI have to face the same trials and tribulations that us real writers do? So I started shuffling the parameters at random, introducing new characters, plot complications, and adding arbitrary scenes, all based on what's popular at the moment. Or as one editor once told me, vampires are hot right now. Add a vampire to your story. So that AI got the same abuse. How did Skynet handle it? Well, read and laugh, my friends. I doubt the Matrix will be penning any real romance novels anytime soon. Richard Steele. P.S. All artwork in this book is AI generated. It's terrible. And then the next is a quote from Doctor Who, the episode Robot, 1975. The trouble with computers, of course, is that they're very sophisticated idiots.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So anyway. And yes, you can get this for 99 cents and read the results. I thought when Kat's in a reading mood, we'll share some of them.
Okay.
Or we'll share parts of them. But Kat's had a bit of a day.
The thing is that to get the full joy,
You have to do the idiot voice.
I need to do the idiot voice, and I'm sorry.
You had a long day.
I've had a long day. Yeah.
I'll read actually, here's a little bit more. Have you ever wanted to dive into a forbidden love between a black inner-city sparkle vampire and the white daughter of a bigoted town sheriff? Have you ever felt the love and lust that can only exist between an alien barbarian warlord and his vegan human slave who has a fetish for electric toothbrushes? Or have you ever laughed, loved, and cried along with the tragic romance between an amnesiac rodeo clown and his junior high sweetheart? But if you think that's heartbreaking, wait until you read about the love triangle between a sassy and successful BBW woman, an alien warlord, and Ninja Hitler.
I can't wait to read these tonight.
So, yes, these all are in there. And don't worry, it was professionally edited by a professional. She's sitting next to me. She tolerated it. And so what she did is she went through and cleaned it up, and it's legible. Any of the stuff that the AI threw out that was just like, what the fuck are we looking at? We cut it. It reads as a coherent story.
Mm-hmm.
Also, if like the wording just got really stupid or confusing, we rewrote the line to make sense. So it actually reads pretty clean.
Yeah.
These aren't like the other AI stories where it's like, and then I ate the fetus, but the fetus was talking to me. But why? Because the fetus said I was a fetus. And then the fetus,
Undead Ramen says she's smelling toast.
Are you having a stroke? I've been flashbanged by words.
Flashbang by words.
Well, again, link in the description, 99 cents. And here's the thing, now that there's 21 of you listening, I don't care if you read it or not. I want you guys to all go over there and put gag reviews in the review section. And if you put them in there, we will read them on air on Monday, because I want the weirdest or more screwed up reviews possible, or ones that are just completely nonsensical. And we will read them all, because if this book is a gag, the review should be a gag.
How many sales till you do a volume 2?
How many sales?
4.
4? Well, let me see. Let me check right now. Let's see how it's doing right now.
Or at least how many reviews to volume 2?
Okay. Let's see. How have we been doing? Shit, I've sold 10 of them since,
Nice.
since noon.
Well, I put it up on my Instagram.
Holy crap. Okay, if I sell 50 of these, I'll make another.
Cool.
Okay? If 50 of you get joy out of this, I'll make another, okay? And I've even, because I got such a reaction to it from the morning show, I can even say some of the ones I've picked that I'm going to savage based on your suggestions. Talk amongst yourself while I go get the list.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Ramen,
Oh, man.
I am not my husband's keeper.
Why do you think she would? Look, she's all for this. I mean, we don't have one of those relationships where, the woman's nagging and.
No, I crack the whip with words.
You only become the dominatrix when you're my editor and keeping me on track writing.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know if you're aware of this, but I kind of like critted on the woman I married. She's like the ultimate tomboy geek girl dream that guys want. Because, I mean, she's got double H tits. She's hourglass shaped. I mean, seriously, usually if they have double H tits, they're fat, but she isn't. She's got that power girl build. She fixes everything in the house because she's better with tools than I am. She thinks fart jokes are funny. She has a more perverted sense of humor than I do.
Hey
I mean,
guys,
I
I'll be right
kind of
back.
lucked
Hold on.
out.
Yeah, you did. That's the kind of shit where for the first couple of years after you get married, you wake up every morning and wondering if this is the day that the doctor's going to be like, sir, you took a terrible head wound. And you're going to find out it was all a dream.
I would say that,
Wow.
except Kat kind of turned herself into that woman after the marriage.
Ah,
It was kind of,
I was immature when we met, so
you had to escape mom.
yeah, I had to escape mom.
You had to escape mom and become you.
Yeah.
And once you became you, it was like, holy crap, she's got huge tits.
always a bonus.
And you know what? I also have a drill press.
You also have a drill press. Yes, you do. No, what happened is should we even go down this path?
What path?
That you lost a bunch of weight, but the boobs stayed.
Oh, we've talked about that
Yeah.
a lot.
She lost 60 pounds. Is like, holy crap, you're built like Power Girl. And so, yeah.
Anyway,
She is making you the fall guy put down the bottle.
She's making
save
you the
that
fall
for the
guy.
game.
Yeah, save that for the game. Have an AI rewrite the premise to Kim and Kim and see if it's better. Oh.
Yes, please.
That's called Dirty Pair.
Making you the fall guy.
I'm not drawing that.
Oh, what? Huh?
Yeah, what's going on?
Oh, no. I was like, are they making you the fall guy? Because you fall pretty well.
The cat's going to go get a shot. She had a real shitty day at work.
I hate
No,
those
I
guys.
had a real shitty day in general.
No, I don't need to make $50. I'm selling this at for 99 cents, dude. I'm not making any real money off this.
I think you're
I'm
getting like
saying
what,
I
a
just want
dime?
What?
You're getting like what, a quarter?
Yeah,
Or a
I get
dime.
30 yeah, I get 35 cents, I think. Maybe less. I don't know. But yeah, I just couldn't feel right. That was the minimum I could charge. It would not let me charge any less than 99 cents. And because of what it is, I did not feel right charging any more than that. And like I said, I did this to make you guys laugh. You guys are always talking about you want laughter. You want something that's fun and silly for a change instead of depressing. So here it is.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's fun, it's silly.
One of the next stories should be Hitler Stole My Heart.
Hitler stole my heart. Okay, I'll write that down. Oh, the other thing I would mention is that even though it's labeled as romance erotica, there's no actual real sex in the book because I didn't really want to put that in there. Basically, when the AI writes sex, it's really freaking gross. So every time it tried to make it go into sex scenes, I'd always make it go into bizarre areas. Like suddenly, instead of having sex, he's busy shoving feathers up her nose. Was one of them.
Amazon has some of the nastiest erotica out there.
Yeah, there is actually no actual sex in this book. So I would say it's rated R strictly for the humor.
Ninja Hitler.
And you know what? And the other thing is I kept thinking of Fiona and her comment about please just cut away when that scene happens.
Yeah.
Okay, warped romances. Here are the ones that I've got so far. Sophie, a new Carnegie Android romance by Roxy McLean, and it's about a waitress robot who a man falls in love with. Another one is Dinosaurs, Disaster, and Albert Weinstein by Sedona Ash, and apparently it's a man who's fated to fall in love with a dinosaur.
How does that even work?
I don't know. Seduced by Bigfoot and Ravaged by the Yeti is another one that I've picked.
It's amazing what actually exists out there that isn't just,
That people wrote.
Yeah, that people actually wrote with the idea of getting off on it, on rubbing one out on this.
My Wife is an Alien, and this one's about a parasite takes over the guy's wife and she becomes a dominatrix Amazon.
Well, that one's not too bad.
With tentacles.
Wow.
There it is. There it is.
There it is.
Cookies for my orc neighbor.
Oh.
My neighbor may be pork, but he's more than a mean-looking monster. I know this because he adopted the cutest puppy I've ever seen.
Yeah, but he ate it 20 minutes later.
That is actually from the prompt. Do you want to read this prompt?
I can. And now I'm feeling good enough I can do
Oh,
the
you
voice.
drank liquor and now you can. Yeah, here's the prompt.
I just had one.
I'm not complaining. Look, you not only had a shitty day at work, you also had to deal with the repairmen who were nice
They were very nice.
But
They
you
were
had to
very
make
nice.
sure you had the repairman fix our heater and our water heater, right?
Yeah,
I mean, you had a hell of a day.
yeah. We had a power surge, and you get that ominous pop, and it's like, okay, what broke?
Yeah.
Okay, so these are all based on suggestions from you guys saying ones that should be done for the next book. So I get 50 sales, I'll do these. So here we go.
Okay.
There is a huge brown orc living in the house next to mine, and he is such a mystery to me.
Mystery is not the word I would use, but
A
okay.
brown orc.
A
Yeah.
brown orc.
You noticed that too, huh, Rolf?
Yeah, I caught that right out the bat.
He is self-employed and works from home, so I rarely see him out of his house. But when Mr. Orc goes to the outside, he never wears a shirt. And guess what? He is so buff and chiseled. His chest is massive. When kids and old folks see Mr. Orc, they run screaming. Sometimes I see him driving his truck, though. He owns a Ford.
What the fuck? That's oddly specific.
Yes,
A
yes,
Ford
it is.
F-150.
Yeah.
Okay.
You'd think it'd be a 350, but I guess not. Okay.
So anyway, today is Valentine's Day, and I kind of feel bad for Mr. Orc. The big guy seems so lonely and sad. My neighbor may be an orc, but he's more than a mean-looking monster. I know this because he adopted the cutest little puppy I've ever seen. And since I'm also alone on this Valentine's Day, I took a risk and baked some cookies for Mr. Orc. Everyone tells me I shouldn't disturb him because orcs, and legend has it, orcs always lay claim to their brides on Valentine's Day.
As you do, apparently.
Yeah, that's new.
But whatever, I'm not afraid. I'm going to bring Mr. Orc some freshly baked cookies, and nobody can stop me.
This is a real book that exists.
Yes.
Wait, it's a real book that exists.
Yes,
Yes.
this is a real book that exists.
Oh,
Ishii
God.
did not write this, and AI did not create it. This is something you can go on to Amazon and download today.
Oh shit.
Teaching women to read was a mistake.
And then there was one story that I didn't finish, so I'm saving it for the next one if you guys buy 50. If I sell 50 of these.
What is it?
This was a leftover that I just didn't have time to do. The Cowboys Cum Dumpster is what I named it.
Oh,
After I do these, I retitle them. And this one, I rewrite the back of the book descriptions so I don't get legally in trouble. Read this one with a normal voice. This basically what I did is I went through and I rewrote every sentence to mean the same thing but not be plagiarism.
okay, so it's gonna tenses are gonna change, or no? Because I know on some of them it kind of flip flops between second person and first person. Okay, so tenses may change. I'll try to compensate, but just warning you.
So yeah, this one almost made the current book.
Cowboy Danny has learned to keep his heart guarded. It's been broken one too many times. His last girlfriend's unfaithfulness nearly led him to suicide. It was bad enough that Wanda had cheated on him, but what really hurt was Wanda was sleeping with Danny's father.
Oh my god.
That's what gets you hot. Why did all of his ex-girlfriends end up screwing Danny's father? Wow. Still wary of lying, cheating, father fucking women. That's really in there.
No, I rewrote these.
Oh, did you rewrite it? It's in yellow, so I thought it was.
No, I rewrote every sentence to basically mean the same thing.
Oh.
I think it originally said father screwing or something.
Oh, father fucking.
But I just thought fucking was funnier.
Danny has no intention of going along with his matchmaking boss's plans to find Danny a wife. Enter Gail
Stephen Hopper.
There's a name. She is a lonely woman in her mid-20s who is broke, homeless.
Okay, I added this one.
Toothless and pregnant.
Okay,
Was she
I added.
pregnant?
Yeah, I added the toothless.
Okay.
The rest of it is from the book. I just added toothless. The rest, broke, homeless, and pregnant.
Oh,
In
God.
fact, the baby is due in a month. How could this have happened? Well, about 8 months ago. No, anyway, Gail was duped by a smooth talking charmer who she met at the Rite Aid parking lot one night. Was it really?
It was something else. It wasn't Rite Aid.
Okay. Now he's gone. She's pregnant and with no ring on her finger. But Gail has a plan. Posing as a widow, she hitchhikes to the next town over where nobody knows about her troubled past. But halfway there, the trucker she hitched a ride with kicks her out when Gail won't give him head. What a jerk. Okay. Now stranded, Gail is rescued by the owner of the Square Peg Ranch, who offers her a job. Oh, I remember this book.
Yeah.
What was it? His Fake Bride or something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah. Okay. And, and the off chance at something more. Problem is, Gail isn't interested in marrying one of the cowboys on the ranch. She only wants a roof over her head, a safe place for her baby, and some cold cash in her pocket. Yet Cowboy Danny is drawn to young Gail. Her determination to provide for her unborn child with a good life tells him she's exactly the kind of woman he needs. Can Danny's kindness and compassion make Gail love him? Will the truth about the baby's father make his growing attraction go cold? Most of all, can Danny and Gail learn to forgive and trust? We need an organ sting for this, for those old 70s soap operas.
I know that was a bit of a mouthful, but yeah, it's weird. I wanted to do different genres. The cowboy genres are all really depressing. The cowboy romances.
No, I don't know. I think that particular series of books was really weird. Was it his fake wife? His cheating brother. There was one where it was like I think it was something as simple as like not his baby.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Jeez.
But yeah, like the one that's in this book, The Day the Clown Cried, is one of the stories in ROBOMANCER. And the original story was that it was a Bronco rider had gotten his head stepped on and had lost his memory. And his old high school sweetheart is now a psychologist.
Well, actually, he wasn't a Bronco rider.
Oh, what was he?
No, he was
No, I'm telling them what the original book was.
Oh, what the original book was. I'm sorry.
And his high school sweetheart got back from Harvard, and now she's a neurotherapist or something, and she's going to bring him back and fix his memory. And
water.
And I rewrote it that he was a rodeo clown who had his head stepped on, and that.
Now, who came up with who couldn't remember if he was quadriplegic or paraplegic? Was that the computer?
That was the AI.
That was the AI. Okay.
Just like the AI decided he was haunted by demons.
Oh yeah, and kept seeing women as whores.
Yeah, there's a line out of nowhere where it says, where the woman's saying, "Well, your son really misses you. You're a whore." What?
Wow.
I was like, what the fuck?
Like, okay.
So yes, it is now available.
She's
Read
a
it,
whore.
laugh, have fun. that was why it exists. And for those of you who don't have a Kindle, I am uploading a hard copy which has a lot more art in it, and hopefully it'll be available in the next day or two. But unfortunately hard copy is going to be more expensive.
You guys should make it an audio drama and put it on Audible.
Oh
Oh
God.
dear God. Now that is something I could read.
Yeah.
I could totally read that.
What would we do? We get you in the closet and set up the sound and
Yeah.
get you to
No.
actually
If
read.
you're gonna do it, if you're gonna do this, you got to do it right. You got to do it in the bathroom,
Yep, we could do it in the bathroom.
preferably with a
bathroom.
sink that drips, so you can hear it in the background, clink, clink.
But yeah, we could totally do that. I would do that. I would be totally willing to do that. Unqualified. Either this AI has a fat fetish or a tumor fetish, or possibly a fetish in fat chicks with tumors.
Well, keep in mind, most of the data is based on what other people have written into it. And the AI is responding with what it thinks the user wants. And the themes that keep repeating are very disturbing. Very, very, very disturbing. Lots of stories about fat girls suddenly becoming pretty, and once the guy she's been lusting after desires her, saying, well, I'm actually too pretty for you now. I'm going to go play the field of dicks.
And it would only get that because that's the kind of stories it's being fed on a regular basis.
Suddenly, everyone went quiet.
Oh, no, I'm just raptly listening.
Once again, teaching women to read was a mistake because that is obviously those fantasies of, oh, everybody says I feel like I'm plain. I'm not a 10-10 model. So, oh, well, now that he took care of me, now I can go out and just do it. Never mind. It's just this weird
Yeah,
thing.
I hate that shit.
Well, there is one that it just went in a bizarre. It's the one with Hitler. It's
That's the one
where
I can't wait to read.
it goes in this bizarre direction because originally she's like sold off to some alien warlord to be a slave bride, and she won't cooperate, so she's thrown in the dungeon and tortured. And then out of nowhere, the guards say, well, he doesn't think you're pretty enough, so he's giving you this succubus potion. It's never been tried, but it's going to make you more beautiful.
The AI came up with that.
And so I made it that every time she took the succubus potion, she tripped balls and had and really bizarre hallucinations. But the story has her eventually turning into a sex goddess with X-Men powers, quote.
And it came up with that.
So here's the accompanying art.
Oh, by the way, she shoots lightning from her tits.
And then she destroys the castle by shooting lightning bolts out of her tits.
Yes.
Unleashing her vengeance.
And then she goes back home to Earth to join the X-Men.
Oh, God.
I shit
that
you
would
not.
probably make X-Men better right now. Not lying.
Yeah,
it couldn't hurt it.
No, it could not hurt it.
She's unleashing her wrath, her vengeance. Oh, and for the one about the day the clown cried, the one where it's the rodeo clown being helped by the high school sweetheart, I put in the parameters that it was a rodeo clown and his high school sweetheart. It gave me this.
Oh, God. What the hell is that?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Well, what creeps me out is that's Dark Lady's hair from
Pixel
Sailor
art.
Moon.
I'm just disturbed by the image no matter what.
That's adult Rainy's hair.
So I repeat to all of you, if you buy ROBOMANCER for 99 cents, please review it, but don't make it a serious review. Make it as bizarre and weird as possible, and we will read it on the air Monday.
On the other hand, if we get people buying it and not knowing what it is, I bet their reviews are going to be hilarious.
Yeah, that's the other thing. If you talk about this, don't tell them it's me. Pretend that it really was some romance writer trying to prove a point.
Well, when I put it on my Instagram, I just called it, the book you didn't know you needed.
Okay, let's see what people have to say.
Undead Roman. Oh my God. Is that the English teacher with the huge fake tits that went to class like that?
Shit.
Wait, I thought that was a shop teacher.
I thought it was too, which, I mean,
Yeah.
Could you imagine the bandsaw?
Yeah.
Oops.
Well, I don't know. I don't have a problem with mine.
No. This guy had him down to the ground.
Oh my God. Really? I haven't seen pictures.
Yeah, these were like beanbag sized.
They were wild.
Dear God.
And
I mean-
like with huge nipples too. Like nipples the size of golf balls.
Oh,
Yeah.
dear God. Really?
Yes.
Dude. Have a little bit of class if you're going to pull that shit.
And you know what? If we do a second one, I am going to do one with Fiona where it's Anita Blake.
Oh, Lord.
You don't know what you're unleashing with that. I do.
Yeah?
Yeah. That's some next level of shit right there.
That might actually get nasty.
Yeah.
But it's going to have to be nasty.
Well, I am very clever
Goodness.
about working around that. Like, I went through and replaced dick, cock, penis, pussy, all with more creative words like armadillo and angry rooster.
But here is the $1 million question. If you remove the nasty, is it still Anita Blake?
Probably not. And what was it? Tunnel of Love was another one I replaced.
Yes. No, I just liked you replacing things with wiener.
Oh, yeah, and wiener. Just wiener.
Yes, we are.
That made it so
He
much
shoved
better.
his turgid wiener into her tunnel of love.
Well, there were some.
There was
where
one
it
who was
just-
like, he grabbed his huge cock through his pants. He grabbed his wiener.
Yeah.
Suddenly just kind of loses the charm, doesn't it? Doesn't sound so intimidating anymore.
It's not intimidating. It was just like, really? That's just so gross. Like, ew.
Well,
Okay. Reading that shit, I got the same reaction that I did reading Chuck Palahniuk's book. I can't remember what it's called, but it's his one on pornography. And he's setting the scene of what's happening backstage behind that huge gangbang. What was the
the
woman's
world's
name?
biggest
Heidi
gangbang.
Fleiss?
It wasn't, no.
Who
It was
is
called The World's Largest Gangbang with Annabelle Choi or something like that.
Yeah.
She was on Jerry Springer.
And it was his description of the craft services table in the backstage area with all of these guys fluffing themselves to maintain hardness, waiting for their turn, and then putting their hands in the M&M's bowl. And it's like, oh dear God. It's like, oh, instant vomit. And
You know,
like, I had that reaction for some of these descriptions.
I think I underestimated the demand. There's 13. We've sold 3 more during this show. That's more than a fifth of the way to doing another book. Oh,
If it's any of you in the audience, thank you.
well, let's see if we've gotten any. I'll refresh. We'll see if we've gotten any reviews in the time that the show's been running. No,
That's okay. Well,
No.
they haven't read it yet.
as if that
It's the
matters.
meta story. The review.
What?
No, the review. Written
This
like
is the
somebody had a
best story
stroke.
I read since the brand Fikes.
Fikes.
It's
Brand.
William Silva wrote it.
Yes. Thank you, William.
Yeah, if you can find a way to get AIs to write the reviews, I'm cool with that too, because that just works.
I think it was Unqualified had the idea of have the AI write a story and then throw it into another AI and see what happens.
The shit.
Oh God.
Kaboom! Just watch it explode.
And just think, this book is going to help corrupt AI writing to make it worse.
Real quick, Ramen, you hate your children. Okay.
So all these young or older women and young women who are writing their fantasies and rubbing one out to this AI program now has to put up with things like it has in its mind that penises are called armadillos.
Yes, but this AI already had in its mind what Hitler looked like.
Yeah.
I mean, think of that.
I have to say, oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say that Ninja Hitler honestly reminds me of Master Roshi with hair.
Oh,
Like,
so
that's the
Fiona
first thing I
purchased.
saw.
One of the purchases was Fiona. Thank you.
Fiona.
And Undone Ramen says, I can't read it. I'm sorry. I have children. They need me.
Well, that's what I was commenting about. She's now vehemently denying my comment and saying that she loves her babies. I notice Raltz is not commenting.
But
I
you
heard
can't-
Ralph chuckle.
You can't hear me?
I'm hearing you laughing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's just, oh my God. It's just, the whole thing is just put an AI story into an AI story and then make another AI review it and watch your computer just melt down into a puddle of slag.
Anita Blake versus furniture. Okay.
Anita Blake versus Front. Wow.
Why is that
I
name
like
so familiar?
Anita Blake, Vampire Hunter by
Isn't she the chick that it started out okay and now the book is pretty much 90% porn and a vampire
Yes.
walks by in the background?
That is exactly what it is. That
what's
is
funny.
exactly. And it only took one book to flip it from being, good or at least decent to porn.
Laurel K. Hamilton's the one. It's Anita Blake's a self-insert because Anita Blake looks like her.
Yeah, she's like
Yeah.
5'2" with huge tits
And dark hair.
and dark hair, but huge tits. She makes a very big point of that.
Yeah. Which book was it that it flipped? Is that the one where it had the quote-unquote rape scene that then she went back and rewrote it and said it wasn't a rape scene and made it like a hot, steamy bodice ripper scene?
Okay, it wasn't a rape scene. It was the fourth book. So the first three books were kind of playful PI, sorta, maybe if you squint.
When her husband was co-writing them.
Yeah, and then the fourth book is when it turned into soap opera vision, culminating in her werewolf lover transforming in a very Toby Hooper-esque way on top of her with lots of goo, which freaked her out so much she had to go drown her sorrows in a vampire's dick. So she like ran off to like this vampire that's been hitting on her the entire time, and is like, it's like, I'm so crushed that he was forced by his pack to transform on top of me. What a total asshole. Will you fuck me now? And that's when it changed. And then the next book, Burnt Offerings, total porn. So
wow, she sounds like a middle-aged housewife that needed to get some dick.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to just fucking the mailman?
Yeah.
Or the milkman or the gardener. Remember when the rich ladies would fuck the
What about
gardener?
the vacuum salesman guy who's there and gone in 2 hours?
Okay, for those of you just joining us, real quickly, this is a book for 99 cents. It's basically, I took real romance novel and erotica story descriptions from the back of the book and then abused the hell out of an AI telling it to make stories of these. And then we edited them professionally so they read decently. And they're a shit show.
Oh, decently is subjective.
No, they read coherently. The sentence.
They do read. No, they don't read coherently. There are areas that are really weird that I left on purpose.
Okay. But I mean, you don't get stuff like the dog did the dog leapt over the dog because the dog was running dog.
No, we don't do that.
We got rid of all that shit.
We got rid of that.
Okay. Now, I think this is just genius here.
We kept things like, his lips were so soft, like a baby's bottom. It's like, what?
Yeah, that's kind of wrong.
Anyway, JAC, cross Jerry Lewis, The Day the Clown Cried with She-Wolf of the SS. Oh, dear God.
I think that's actually genius. Now, Fiona, I like your idea about Anita Blake versus furniture. But you keep in mind, she was supposedly a PI and her adventures are supernatural. So really what it should be.
But, the thing is that she's not really PI.
What it really should be is Anita Blake versus demonically possessed furniture.
Well, no. You're forgetting the fact that she also raises the dead. That's how she got started.
So I think it should be demonically possessed furniture.
Fiona, that's what I was thinking of. The character Micah, there was a big hubbubaloo that was so bad it was actually in Wizard magazine about this character Micah raping her in the shower, and then she started a relationship with him, and it caused all the fangirls to freak out because of misogyny. So then she went back and rewrote it that it was consensual. Because it was in Wizard magazine of all fucking places.
God, you know what? I remember that scene, and in the book, she doesn't make that much of a big deal about it. So I legitimately thought it was consensual. It was the I'm going to pretend I hate it, but really I don't. Yeah,
I guess in the original first print, she hated it. And everybody's like, oh my God, you turned it into a rape fantasy.
Jesus Christ.
What if it was zombie furniture?
No. AI gone mad.
AI gone mad furniture.
For just a little bit of meta.
If you're gonna go the zombie furniture route, you should do it like the way Frank Herbert made living furniture, but it's all zombified, like bed dogs and chair dogs.
That's real. Is that in Dune?
That's in Dune, and it's in the Dasadi experiment and the Whipping Star.
Oh, okay.
The Harkonnens have chair dogs. That I'm surprised. It was like one of the weirdest things he ever wrote. You could massage the chair dog, and its skin would ripple and get into the shape that you wanted it. So it was actually the Benny Tlilax made it, of course, and it was living furniture. It was semi-sentient, so it would know what position and what shape it would mold around you.
You know what? I remember that. Yes,
and it was fucking gross and weird. And of course, the Harkonnens had it,
Of
and
course.
the Carinos had it too.
I will repeat to the audience, because now they're talking about Pornhub. There is no actual sex in this book. It's rated R, mostly for language and bizarre situations. I repeat, anytime it tried to make it a sex scene, I made it bizarre. Again, like shoving... when he leans down to put it in, it's actually, he shoves a feather up her nose.
So we have a new euphemism for sex.
Yes.
When you want to get it on, you want to shove your feather up her nose.
Exactly.
I like that. I'm going to ask Steve tonight to shove his feather up my nose. He's probably going to be very confused.
I bet it's an ostrich feather too.
Or there was another one where, what was it? Yeah, she threatened to bite the wiener off of the warlord, so he tortured her with an electric toothbrush, and she liked it.
Yeah.
Getting to those hard to reach places, huh?
Yeah.
Exactly.
So we'll see how this goes.
I actually think you've got gold on your hands. This is going over very well, just from looking at chat.
Well, spread the word, guys. I would like to make this a thing where people really thought it was an angry romance novelist, or a romance novelist proving a point. That just would make it so much better. Okay, so I don't know. I'm kind of wearing down. Should we have another topic?
Yeah. How are you two doing? How was your weekend?
I brewed all weekend. I made beer, wine, and mead. I made like 15 gallons of alcohol.
Make up for that mayonnaise brew that you had there?
God, that was so fucking disappointing. How the hell does kiwi wine taste like mayonnaise? I've been looking it up and I'm finding nothing. Just, it was so gross.
Nobody
it was like having a mouthful of best foods. Ugh. Yeah, right?
Mayonnaise?
Mayonnaise.
Yeah, I'm not joking. Something contaminated the kiwi wine that I made, that when I took a sip of it, it tasted like fucking mayonnaise.
That's vile.
It's vile for
That's
them.
weird. Maybe, I don't know, egg whites or something?
No, I don't know. I think that maybe the sterilization process didn't go over as well as I thought it did, because it's the first time I've ever had this happen. And so I'm going to try again when kiwi's back in season. But yeah, that was fucking vile.
Is this your first time trying it with kiwi?
Yeah, I've made it with yellow and green kiwi, and it's a different flavor because kiwi can be different, but it didn't taste like mayonnaise. It actually tasted like a white. It was a dry white, but a little bit sharp. Then I just did it with plain kiwi, and like I said, it tastes like mayonnaise. So I'm thinking there's a contamination that happened.
Ew.
Yeah, I know.
Just sold another copy. I'm totally fucked. I'm gonna have to write another one of these shit. I didn't think it would. Oh god.
Don't think about it. Just do it.
Just do it. Okay, just do it.
Don't think, I didn't think it would take off, because it's like, that's a horrible way of thinking. Just don't think about it. Just do it, and be pleasantly surprised when people.
Well,
like
you know what? I should think of it this way. Again, if 14 people read it and laugh in these times, good. It's worth your 99 cents. You know, and I repeat, one of the reasons I did this is because people aren't doing funny shit anymore. Everyone's pissed off and depressed. Let's have something funny. And let's make fun of bad books.
Another reason to read Walt's books too, because we all need something to laugh at.
Yes.
And his books are awesome.
Oh, it says I got another review too.
Oh, let's see it.
Ooh.
It has not populated yet.
Yes, it has.
Oh, it has.
From Alu Akbar.
Okay, well, Aldo Akbar says every day we grow further
Ascrack.
from God.
The name of the reviewer is Harry Ascrack.
Every day we grow further from God.
Jesus.
Whoever you are, thank you.
Every day we grow further from God.
Oh my God,
Okay,
whoever
well,
did
that was great,
thank
Harry
you.
Ascrack.
Neostar says his is going through. He's trying to get his review through right now.
Oh, awesome.
Still says only one rating, but who cares?
It may take a little while for that part to populate.
Oh, I really do think you have unintentional gold on your hands here, Ishii.
Well, if it works, it works. I mean, essentially what it was is I'd get to the end of the day of doing real writing, and I'd say, okay, let's do something that amuses me. And that's what I'd do. I would essentially take these plots and then just abuse the shit out of them. But yeah, the thing is, the way that it works is it's kind of like you volleyball the story, where you give it a prompt and then it'll write like 3 or 4 sentences, and you can keep regenerating them till you get something you like, and then you can have characters respond and do things, and then you hit send and it'll then write some more of the story for you. And that's how these are generated.
Like how we did, what was it, a couple of months ago when the AI first came out?
Right. So, you know, I would like have one character repeatedly just be overly reasonable while the others are just insane. Which was a fun gag.
No, it still says 1 rating.
It'll probably take a day or two. Who knows?
We are processing your review. This might take several days, so we appreciate your.
Oh. Ralts wrote a review.
Uh-oh.
I couldn't help it. It's not putting it up yet.
Ralts has a gift for alliteration.
Yes.
So he has said things that you just defy the imagination. Such as, what was it?
It might sound weird. Click see all reviews. I found sometimes it won't put all of them on the main page.
Is somebody being more pathetic than the guy who licks up all the jizz on the floor after the strip show's done?
Oh, God.
That was quite an insult.
No, juice. He said specifically lick up all the juice after the strip show's done. And it's like, that is an amazing picture right there.
Oh, it made me gag, Ralts.
Or what was it? Most movies are with watching a tweaker take a washing machine apart with his teeth was more entertaining than most movies.
Yes.
That was another great one.
Of course, watching a tweaker try to take apart a washing machine with his teeth just sounds entertaining in general. So, like, give him a bottle of ketchup to go with it. Hi.
So, do you live in tweaker country?
I used to live on the West Coast, so I used to.
The answer is yes. Yes, all of the West Coast.
Yeah, sadly.
When I lived in Riverside, I lived right next to tweaker country, and the mayor himself was a tweaker, and had they'd gotten rid of all of the street lamps in this one remote, rural town that the mayor ran because he said it was good for the environment and stopping light pollution. But the rumor was it was because he was always tweaking and the streetlights bugged him.
I just know it was because my dad had made his spectrometer for finding drug labs, meth labs out in tweaker country. Specifically the Fallbrook and what's the area there in Riverside?
It was Navarro.
In Navarro.
That's the area I'm talking about.
Yep, it was that area. That I learned that if you walk by a house and you get the overwhelming smell of nail polish remover, better call it in because they're probably cooking stuff. And I'm walking in my neighborhood in Scripps Ranch. Now, Janelle can tell you Scripps Ranch is rich people territory.
Yep.
And I walked past this one house that had always been kind of, the people who lived there were, always kind of quiet, kept to themselves. And I got the overwhelming smell of nail polish remover, and I called it in to the cops. And the woman I was talking to is absolutely baffled. She's like, "Why do you know this?" And I told her. And a week later, sure enough, there was a bust at that house. It's like, sweet. I did my good deed.
I saw a lawyer. This guy had everything. I mean, he had a huge house on the coast. He had a house down on the Columbia River. This dude had it all. And he started doing meth.
Oh.
And in 2 years, he had nothing and was living in a condemned hotel with the tweaker chick that he hooked up with. And it was
dear.
Wow.
Wait. You bought it, Undead Ramen? After all the things you said? Thank you.
Oh, she's
I wonder who you're going to gift it to.
Thank you.
Her review made it. Mine didn't, but...
Wait, I want to see it.
Okay.
Undead Robin, this book helped me get disability. When you start smelling toast while reading, take a break.
It's weird which ones will go through and which won't.
Well, I know for me, all of my reviews, it doesn't matter who I write them to, they have to go through a review process because Amazon got hit with the fact that I run a publishing company. I put reviews on my books. So.
Oh, okay.
So I think if they figure out that you might have a stake in something,
or you're trying to game the system,
yeah.
For that reason, some of you should give it a 4-star review just so they don't get suspicious. Or you could actually give it a hate review.
I know why mine's delayed because I entitled mine, "This is why we shouldn't teach women to read."
Oh shit!
Wow.
Yeah, they're a little woke over at Amazon.
Yeah.
Well, they're woke,
but it amuses me.
They have weird ass priorities. I mean, again, you look at some of these books and it's like, if they really had, woke leanings and were trying to edit stuff or block stuff, why do they let some of this shit get through?
I was going to say, they have no problem having people post stories about somebody getting their asshole destroyed as they're railed by a Tyrannosaurus Rex. But they get butthurt at we shouldn't have taught women to read.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's when it's obviously a joke is when they really jump on it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I know that they gave was it John De La Rose hell for doing a book where the hero is a crusade in the Middle Ages. Yeah, he was a crusader in the Middle Ages, and they just shit bricks over it.
Mm-hmm.
Did he ever get his Kickstarter back up? Like, what happened with that? Because I remember people just went after him recently.
Oh, he's gonna get more shit.
Okay.
What do you know?
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. Okay. Let's see. So Brianna Wu looking for her latest bit of attention.
Ugh, hate that bitch.
Because
That
you know,
fucker still exists.
yeah, being a Wendigo who collects pinball machines to put in its Wendigo lair isn't enough. They made a big thing about how if you buy the new Harry Potter game, it's a character test, and if you buy it, you failed. Okay, number one, it's a video game. Number two, I'm free, white, and over 21. I can buy whatever the fuck I want. You Wendigo-looking weirdo, buy a new dress, and so it, of course, got backlash because that's exactly what she's after. She's always after that to get her, she wants attention. And John De La Rose said something to her, and since then it's been back and forth. And apparently she suddenly came to the realization that nobody on Twitter that works there is going to swoop in and save her.
Not like they used to.
Nope,
Not
'cause
like
all
they
those people
used
are
to.
gone.
And, I'm sorry, it's a game, okay? And she's like, oh, this game literally hurts people if you buy it. No, you want to know what hurts? A gunshot wound hurts. Want to know what else
Yeah.
hurts? Falling off the roof and breaking your leg. You want to know what else hurts? Little kids who get the shit beat out of them for fucking sneezing. That's what hurts. Somebody buying a video game and playing it in their own home doesn't hurt anyone.
No.
And, I'm sorry, I don't need some dickless wanderer who chopped off their cock and dances around in a black cocktail dress looking like she stalks and eats Native Americans. I don't need I don't need character assessments from this thing. Okay. I mean, I don't know if it's a facial tick. I don't know if it's brain damage or if she actually thinks it looks good, but she'll be sitting next to him and suddenly her head will get thrown back into the side and she opens her mouth in this weird snarl. And it's like, what the fuck? And everybody politely ignores it. All the women around her ignores it. If I was a dude and she, sitting next to her and she did that shit to me, I'd climb over the chair throwing holy water at her and yelling, the power of Christ compels you. Because holy fucking shit. And to top it off, oh, I'm a dainty woman. You're 6'4".
She's part of the unholy trinity of video games. I mean, Anita Sarkeesian, Zoe Quinn, and Brianna Wu. And you can tell that they've run out of Coke money when they rear their ugly heads to get attention, because usually the attention brings cash. Though now it's not going to.
She's like, character design in video games is so important. Your main character looks like she is a mutant with a ball sack on her head and has a waist thinner than Barbie. Okay, hit the bricks. God, that was fucking awful as art pieces. But yeah, so she and John De La Rose are, butting heads again, and I'm wondering, if she's gonna throw her little fit and cry to everybody and be like, oh, I need saved. The Godzilla of tech, needs saved. I got one of my Twitter accounts. I lost one of my Twitter accounts because of her, and I couldn't believe it. They sided with her.
Look what's been done to its face. What the fuck?
See if you can find one of the snarling pictures.
Well, no, it's just how much plastic surgery did this bitch get?
I don't know, but
And
that's 6 years ago.
It can't fix their face either, the amount of plastic surgery.
Sorry.
If you look up, I bet you one of her interviews with, I think, Fox News, she has the snarling face.
I know that, Brianna Wu used to look, kind of, well, here we go. Let's share this. Oh. Fuck it. This is what Brianna Wu used to look like. The face of somebody who tried to put a fire out with a screwdriver.
I haven't heard that in years.
Wolf, she married a video game developer named Frank Wu.
He's not a video game developer. He's a patent lawyer.
Oh, he
Yes.
is?
Wow. There's a big difference there.
He's got a biomedical degree, and she constantly dances around and claims that he helped develop the COVID vaccine. Of course, now that it's come out that vaccine is killing motherfuckers, and worse shit, which is pretty fucking amazing.
Yeah,
now
they're claiming it's stroke season. How the fuck does that work?
What the fuck is stroke season?
Oh,
Click
it's
on that
not-
one. Click on that link in private chat. There's the snarl.
Okay. We'll share.
Oh my god. Oh, share that.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
That's the snarl, baby. Can you imagine being at a panel and turning over and seeing somebody look at you like that?
Jeez.
And the power of Christ compels you. And now I'm going to jump out the window and hope I land in the bushes.
No, I look at it. It's like, are you trying to do this behind my back and you forgot to turn it off when I turned and looked at you?
She always looks so sloppy too. It's like you
Mhm.
talk about how, you're up there, you want to stand up for women and you want to, be a good poster child for women, but every time I see pictures of her, she looks so sloppy. She looks like she just came home from a fucking bender, a weekend bender. Her
Well,
hair's all fucked up.
Probably
And
because that's exactly what happened.
It's the same black dress every time.
Oh, with the motorcycle boots and
Yeah.
her beloved motorcycle that she
And-
used the entire Kickstarter money for to buy.
Oh, God.
You know, the other one is, did you actually see the game Brianna Wu?
Yes, Revolution 60, yeah.
No, I did
And
not.
what all the female characters looked like? They were
Yes.
rail thin with gigantic tits.
And waist that would make Barbie go, bitch, where's your organs?
Wow.
And to top it off, there's a glitch in the game, so you can't finish it, and she refuses to fix it. But I got in an argument with her because she of course jumped onto the ban all guns shit, and she was talking about an AR-15 versus M16, and it happened to come. Somebody referred it to me because Mill Twitter, and I was like, you have no idea what a military M16 is like because you might not have even fired an AR-15, and they're like, do you know who I am? I'm an engineer. I said, so what? I was a unit armorer. And I, posted the data and I was like, see, you're wrong just based off of barrel twist, rain weight, and barrel length. All of a sudden, my Twitter account got nuked. And we're not talking suspended. We're talking deleted.
God. Well, that's not going to happen now with, with Elon.
Yeah. Because she was like, oh, unlike you, I actually put my hands on one in real life. Fuck, boy. I put, unlike you, I served in the military and killed people with one.
Oh, shit. How'd she respond?
By getting my account deleted.
What a cunt. By the way, I'm looking at the pictures for Revolution 60. I like the self-insert of the girl with the glasses. And that has the same mouth and everything as her.
Is it in the snarl?
But
No.
she hates John De La Rose, and they've been arguing for off and on for years.
I'm just kind of surprised anyone has paid any attention.
I follow a thread on her on a forum because it makes me laugh.
Oh yeah. That's a woman, really, truly.
She's always got those duck lips too. You know what I mean? Where she looks like she's trying to pout.
It looks like if Geddy Lee took a whole bunch of crack and
was turned into a Wendigo
and got librarian glasses.
Yeah, she tried the I'm an engineer and you're mansplaining to me. I said a man telling you you're wrong is not mansplaining. You're the one with no knowledge. I'm the one with superior knowledge. Mm-hmm. Mansplaining is when a man is so confident in his opinion that's wrong that he tries to lecture somebody who's an expert in their field. But you're not an expert in anything.
Well, Tim, it doesn't just look like one; it is one.
Yeah.
What? I'm on the back porch.
A dude in drag.
Tim says that looks like a dude in drag. Exactly.
I still remember.
The only difference is this dude got the wiener removed.
Mm-hmm.
The full surgical thing. And the Washington Post outed them as transgender. And they had enough pull at the time to get the Washington Post to take that out off the article.
Yeah,
Didn't they
John
post?
Flint.
Yeah, I was gonna say they posted what Brianna Wu looked like before.
Yes.
Yeah. And I was like, holy shit, it's like, you
I have that
can't
picture
say that
somewhere.
she's not.
She's
I have that
standing with
picture somewhere around on my
he's
files.
standing with Janet Reno.
There you go.
And Janet Reno was not a little woman. She was tall. But yeah, I'm so, you know, and I know Brianna Wu has contacts at Kickstarter because she giggles and brags on Twitter sometimes about getting people's Patreon shut down. Well, she used to.
Well, Brianna Wu is a 1%er.
Oh, big time.
Yeah, and that's basically why anyone gives a damn, is basically mommy and daddy can buy anything.
That's why I was so surprised that they started a Kickstarter, but then I wasn't surprised when it turned, it was Kickstarter, that all the money for the Kickstarter bought their fucking motorcycle.
Yeah.
And posed with it all the time.
I thought about doing a Kickstarter, but I can't think of what to do it for.
You know, maybe my desire to call Brianna a he isn't fair. You know, Brianna did go through the trouble of hacking off the meat and beans.
And they do live as a woman. That's the whole reason I give it to them, is because they live as a woman.
So you know what? Not a man, but not a woman. A eunuch.
I'll say she, because she lives as a woman completely. She's completely committed. I'll give her that much.
Okay.
I won't, because I'm sick of caving to these assholes. And frankly, you know what? It would be polite, but this person's never been polite to our side ever. So fuck the dude. Fuck him. He's a eunuch.
I'll just say, you know, if you're, you know, if you really are that committed, that's good. But why would you make yourself look like a 70-year-old woman?
I mean, if somebody really went through the trouble and was a decent person, I'd humor them. But there's no reason to humor Brianna Wu. There's no reason to be polite and kind to Brianna Wu. Brianna Wu's a piece of shit.
I do
piece of shit eunuch.
I do the politeness and, you know, the basic respect, because it lessens me not to, is how I look at it. Because I can get down and dirty and in the mud.
Oh, yeah, you can.
I think you're the most skilled of all of us in that. You were trained in the military. You came up through the ranks.
Yeah.
You know how to talk shit.
And I started in a trailer park.
Exactly.
And you learn fast.
Oh, man. No, dude, you've got like a triple black belt in this stuff now.
So have you seen her senior photo?
No.
Yes. Yes, I have.
Like, wow. That soy mouth.
But yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to call it a night. But before I do,
You're tapping out.
Real quickly, one more time, ROBOMANCER, stupid romance stories written by an idiot, where I torture and abuse an AI into writing hilariously bad romance stories for your amusement. 99 cents. And I want all of you to really gag reviews, whether you buy it or not. Second, if I sell 50, I'll make another. And who knows, maybe one day in the future there'll be an omnibus.
Oh no.
And spread the word online that this thing exists.
You said spread.
So, okay, link in the description, and Brianna Wu is a eunuch. How about that? We'll go out on Brianna Wu is a eunuch.
Coming up.
I just want to shake some sense into you kids.